Hi everyone, I have been asked what are the most popular Brazilian shapes, and in this video this is exactly what I'm going to show you. So first, make sure you subscribe this channel because I'm going to share with you a lot more useful tips to help you grow and become a super waxer. So first category that I personally come across, and this is one of the most popular, it is a strip. And those strips, they can be, I would say, medium, thinner, wider, taller, tall and wide, or very, very small one. This is coming down to each person individually, to each customer individually. And sometimes I'm asked, okay, but what do you think? What should I have? I don't know. I don't get involved in that because it is coming down to them. You are there just to create a shape that your customer requests, and I wouldn't say necessary that give them an advice what exactly should have, because the moment you do that, in case they don't like it, they'll say, yeah, but I actually take your word for it and I'm not happy with. So you do the work, but you ask them what exactly they want. Now, the second popular shape that I come across, it's this. It is a triangle, and this can be big, medium, and small. Now, the second thing related to the triangles, it's this. When actually it's connected, okay, when it's connected to the labia, right? So imagine that here it's the labia, and maybe it's connected a little bit on top, or then it's connected maybe somewhere to the middle, and you work all your way up. And sometimes you also come across customers when they're gonna say that they want to have the triangle connected all the way to the bottom. So, and this is going to be one of the cases. So in case you come across a situation like this, what I would suggest you to do when you apply the strip, the wax strip, first you are going to apply, whenever you have the wax on the spatula, first you are going to apply it and come down, so you try to connect it, right? But we usually, the way we do it, we have the wax and we apply it from here down, right? So your mind should be, I don't have to go too close to the labia, but I still have to get there. So in this case, a very, very good stretch for the skin, that is very, very important. The moment you have the wax, and let's imagine that, let's see that, okay, and this is the labia, well, maybe not that big, and you want to create a triangle. Okay, this was not planned. Okay, so this is the customer leg. You take the wax and you come all the way down. You already, in your mind, you create your triangle, imaginary. This is a lot harder to demonstrate on the board. But if this is your finishing point, you come like that, yeah? Don't apply in a straight direction, how you normally apply on the labia only, because you are not going to be able to do that. Once again, I think it's a lot easier to go and watch my other videos, because there you see exactly how you are going to do a triangle. But you just have to imagine, whenever you are working on a client, what is the finishing point, what is the starting point of the triangle, and work up, yeah? And once in a while I come across an upside down triangle. This is very how to say, not necessarily unusual, but I haven't come across this a lot, maybe only 2 or 3 times in 10 years, but this is still something that you can be asked to do. So in this case, everything is very, very simple, because you just design like mountain, right? Okay, now that I took that off, let's try something else. Right, so let's say you have a client that requests quite a big triangle. and wide. And then they're saying, it's a bit too wide. How exactly I can make it thinner? So now what you are going to do, you need to see what is, to clarify with your client how wide the triangle should be on the top, and you should look at the finishing point. So let's say if the client wants quite a thin one, you look what is this, how wide you want to be on the top, and when you apply wax, you apply like this. Yeah, so you take this part off. Now that you took this part, you are thinking, okay, but still is not looking fine and looks a bit off, and what I'm doing, this one, and looks a bit off, and I don't think it's okay. How I'm going to do a better triangle? Now you take the wax from the end point and you come down with slowly close to the end line. Yeah, again, you should have some sort of line here. And now the last thing, just to see if there are any hairs left behind. Forget about that, you tidy that up at the very end with the last strip, but first you have to work on this side, then move to the other side to see exactly how we're gonna look. Now let's say that roughly this is almost done. We need to move to the other one, and you apply again the wax this way, pretty much. Yeah, and then you take it off. Yeah, you take it off, and in this case you might just want to apply a very small strip here, and that I will do it usually with an eyebrow stick, because you get a lot less wax on the spatula, and that way you don't apply too much. Yeah, and here it is almost equal. Yeah, and from that big triangle that we had, now we have this one. I hope this helps.